We'll talk District F issues and county-wide issues with the chair of the Board of the County Commissioners, Commissioner Susan Brager. Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
You got some fantastic District F weather for us here today.
It is gorgeous. Sitting out here at Nathaniel Jones Park in Mountain's Edge it's beautiful. The mountains surround you and the green and great blue skies today.
We'll talk a little bit more about the park here in just a second. As the Commissioner said, we're here at Nathaniel Jones Park in the community of Mountain's Edge in District F. District F is located almost entirely in the southwest portion of the Las Vegas Valley. However, Charleston Boulevard to Red Rock Conservation Area is the northern boundary. District F also contains most of the master plan community of Summerlin. Rural areas of this expansive district include Blue Diamond, Jean, Sandy Valley, and Good Springs, all the way south to Primm at the California border. Here's a quick look in your neighborhood, District F. Desert Breeze is one of the best regional parks in Clark County, a major hub for athletics in District F. This park offers something for every activity, from soccer, softball, and skating, to football, basketball, and more. The Desert Breeze Aquatic Center is home to youth swim groups, and others dive in for classes or to maintain fitness. Master plan communities are a large part of District F. Summerlin, Mountain's Edge, Rhodes Ranch, Red Rock, Bacolli Ranch, the Lakes, Southern Highlands are all part of this Southwest District. Master plan communities require an array of attention from local government, and Clark County has worked in tandem with developers in design, providing public works, parks, and infrastructure in these large neighborhoods. And District F is more than just master plan communities. Portions of the glitz and glamour on Las Vegas Boulevard and well-utilized parks. Much of the rural South County is contained here, from State Line to Sandy Valley to Blue Diamond to Good Springs. District F is a perfect mix of old and new and a great place to live. Commissioner, building parks in master plan community isn't as simple as just building a park in one of your districts in a neighborhood, basically, right? And that's kind of what has happened here at Nathaniel Jones Park in Mountain's Edge.
Yes, it's an interesting process. We come out and meet with the constituents and the people that live in Mountain's Edge. They put their input into it. They decide what they would like, how they would like it to be, and we work very hard to meet that expectations. And so the developer of Mountain's Edge is who puts this park in and spends this money. We maintain it, and so we have to make sure as these are going along that we have the monies to maintain the grass, the park area, the equipment, and we have high expectations of what the equipment needs to be, the safety elements, and how we maintain it.
Mountain's Edge has been an interesting master plan community, and of course during the height of the boom they were probably, I think they were the country's largest home builder, in fact, weren't they?
They were, and then unfortunately when we had the downturn it took a little bit longer, so some of the people that were here in the beginning and knew that there were parks coming didn't really have everything they wanted, but now as we look around and see that the need is getting met and we're going to continue on with parks, it's really exciting for those that are here now and see that the commitment was made and we moved on through that process.
It started just a few blocks down the street at Exploration Peak Park, which was a fantastic park. I know I saw you hike up the mountain there one time, right?
You know what, it's absolutely exquisite. They incorporated around the mountain that was already there. There's a lot of huge grass area. They do bike rides. They have fun in the park. They have a lot of family and individual nights there so that the people in Mountain's Edge now have two parks that they can enjoy.
Parks are obviously the focal point of the community, and again, a park like this certainly isn't the largest, just 20 acres, but tell that to the folks around here that this is their favorite park.
Well, it's encompassed with the neighbors being right in their backyard, and so they're very excited. There's two schools that are right near here, so they can bring the children over from early in the morning till dusk. You can be out here from basketball to the water feature, which was very important to everyone, to basketball courts. So it's designed with the community in mind.
And clearly, I know you're pretty excited, obviously, about the Mountain's Edge Regional Park, which is 220 acres, just a few blocks on the other side. And again, that one isn't being built with traditional county funding. Talk a little bit about how the BLM and how our congressional delegation, everyone's involved in this one.
Well, that was very, very exciting. You know, we have lack of funding right now. There's not any Southern Nevada land management money is really not out there anymore, which is known as SNPLA. And so we were able to, along with, I'm very fortunate, Commissioner Sisolak worked with me, Senator Reed worked with us, and we were able to get about $8 million. And unfortunately, parks cost about $400,000 a half acre to an acre, and so it's very, very expensive. Well, we are very excited that that is out to bid right now, and we have about 15 to 20 acres out of the whole large park that is going to be a very interactive, exciting beginning of the park, and I think the community will be ecstatic. We took their input into mind, and an interactive park that they will enjoy, starting out with that acreage, near the fire station, and will continue on as more funds. But it's very challenging in these economic times with the downturn in growth and working with the BLM requirements and situations and getting more funding.
The connectivity with trails, that's obviously in mind out here at Mountain's Edge and a lot of the other future parks, I presume?
Yes, we like to make sure that people can, the whole idea of the parks in a community is that they can walk there, and that we can get the transportation mode of cars to not be part of the element. Walking, biking, skating is what we really want families to do. No, it's good exercise. It helps with heart, diabetes, all that goes on with us. So we encourage people to walk here. And this one is set in a great location along with the regional park, meeting a greater need that meets the regional, does mean anyone can come here, but it meets the need of a little bit of the Southwest where we're really trying to keep up with the park amenities.
And just a final word about Mountain's Edge. What else is needed out here, or how has the relationship been between Mountain's Edge and the developers here and Clark County?
The last few years, as we stated, with the economy turned down, has been a challenge. But I believe that the roadways are coming to be, we have a little bit more work to do on Durango, so I know that that's a necessity. I drive out here all the time myself. And we have shops coming. So we're looking to be able to live, work, play in a community. So we need to make sure, from groceries to gas stations to pharmacies to even some medical facilities. You have Southern Hills Hospital is not that far away. St. Rose, Sienna is not that far away. And you can get down to the Las Vegas Strip, which is in Clark County, within about 10 minutes on the southern end. So Mountain's Edge sits in an ideal situation, whether you're going to California, whether you're coming into town. So it's very exciting that it is developing, it's come about. There's more that needs to be done, and I believe that they're trying to make those strides.
Excellent, excellent. Let's continue talking about parks, Commissioner. Charlie Frias Park, again, which was once in your district through redistricting last year. It's
Right.
moved to Commissioner Sisolak's district, but that really doesn't matter at this point. But obviously that's a fantastic park at Tropicana and Decatur. The Frias family has actually stepped in, and they committed $1 million to that park. Again, what you were talking about earlier, challenging economic times.
Yes.
That's huge.
Well, public-private partnerships are very, very important. They were, the last 3 or 4 years have been essential to being able to get anything done. The Tropicana Decatur Park, the Frias Park as is known, is really the $1 million, and the generosity of the Frias family is extraordinary. That sets in a very transiency area, and anyone that has seen that for the past 50 years, it was this huge gully that we kept the naturalness of it and then added on. It's got water feature and basketball and tennis, and you have children that never had anything in their area to be able to go to and walk and play. And we even have a butterfly park that a student at one of the campuses named the Crown Victoria, and he did his homework. Crown Victoria was taxi cabs, and the Frias being a taxi cab company and limousine company, he did that in honor of their $1 million. And so very exciting that I love the contest with the kids, naming different amenities that are in our community, that the buy-in and the greatness that they get from knowing that it's theirs. Their ownership is very important. And so that park is next to none. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has some lookout points. It's a water retention basin. We add caution when it's raining. Don't go into the lower levels, but the water feature, the basketball, the tennis, the walking trail around it, it's extraordinary.
But that seems to be a design, and that's a good use of taxpayer dollars, as well as the facility, combining a water, as you say, a detention basin with a park with passive areas and green space.
Right. Did the same thing at Desert Breeze Park, and it has the same situation. It has soccer fields that are absolutely fantastic. Hundreds and hundreds of children play there, and it's very exciting. But once again, water retention. But what a great way to utilize the space we have in our community, the great resources with what's there.
Commissioner, I know the Southwest Ridge area is a pretty exciting area, again, just kind of behind us here in the mountains and in the Summerlin South Rhodes Ranch area. 1,200 acres, 3 county parks are going to be developed there. We've been just talking about how do we pay for these parks. Bring us up to date on what's going on at Southwest Ridge area.
We're hoping we can get some funding from SNPLA. It did get some funding, about $500,000. It's on the list. It's a priority. I feel very, very blessed. The other commissioners felt like it was a priority also. From an amphitheater to walking, biking, hiking, we once again went out to the public. We held 3 or 4 public meetings. Hundreds of people came to the meetings, and hundreds beyond that filled out surveys that we did online. We want the input. Once again, what the constituents and citizens want is very important to us. So that park, once again, District F is very, very fortunate. We are the west end of the valley. We do have the open space. We have the land. We have the gorgeous mountain ranges. What an ideal place for hiking or zip lines and such, that we can create some of those private-public partnerships. And I encourage the community to know that that's what we're looking for. It's how now and in the future that I believe it'll take to get anything done within Southern Nevada.
Commissioner, at a recent symposium with your colleagues, mayors, and other top officials at all the other cities, that's exactly what you said. Thinking outside the box is what we need to do to build some of these parks, right? The zip line, that's an interesting concept right there. Is that something that you could get a developer to come in, put a zip line in, and help the amenities with the county park, or?
You know what, it's absolutely fantastic. Yes, if we could get something like that. We even kind of joked and said, what if it just zip-lined into the water park? I mean, you know, as we can discuss in a little bit. But, you know, at that symposium, it's very important that we understand that territorial lines need to be removed. And that's what I felt like was very important to state, is that we are really small in the scope of what communities are like. Clark County being the umbrella, and we are in everyone's municipality. So from Henderson to North Las Vegas to Mesquite to the city of Las Vegas, we need to erase the lines, think outside of the box, and how do we get the most for all the people, because we all enjoy each other's amenities, but to know that the Southwest has the offerings of the land, the mountains, and the landscape to offer that biking, hiking, riding, picnicking, and a possible amphitheater in the future. How exquisite would that be for the whole of Southern Nevada? So I'll erase my lines, and let's hope everyone else does.